Welcome to Kimmy's World. Listen, if this is the first time you have tuned into Kimmy's World, I want to formally welcome you here. And while you are here, I want you to sit back, relax, enjoy the show, hit the like button, and also share this broadcast. Now, if you've yet to subscribe, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel that I, Kimmy, the owner and creator of this channel, will bring you great content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So, um, Gene Hackman actually passed away. Well, the date is we'll get into that. They discovered Gene Hackman's body. The maintenance care, the maintenance worker, and we're talking about this project. Yeah, my voice is hoarse, so y'all gonna have to excuse me. I've been doing a lot of work, going live a lot, talking a lot. So you're gonna have to excuse me. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman actually, his body, him and his wife, Betsy, and their dog was discovered by the maintenance guy on this past Wednesday. There were reports initially that came out. They didn't know exactly when Gene Hartman actually passed away, but they noticed that when they found the wife was in the bathroom. There were pills. A pill bottle was open, pills on the counter. She was on the floor, deceased. The dog was not too far away from her in his kennel, deceased. And in a room, um, in another room, Gene Hartman was said to be on the floor with his cane and he had his sunglasses there. He was also deceased. At the time, they did not know. At first, they said he passed away from natural causes. They didn't know if there was any suspicious behavior or any suspicious activity. So, red flags rolled off and they started an investigation. And you all know Gene Hartman lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He had been previously married and he had three older children. Now, with the marriage he was in with Betsy, he did not have any children. They didn't share any children together. But they lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And obviously, for no one to have discovered their body, and we're going to get into it, they must not have been in contact with too many people. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about this particular thing that Hollywood Unlocked did. They said the police released a 911 call, and the actor, because y'all know Gene Hartman was an actor, and his wife's death. And reports also claim that Hackman's wife was found decomposing with signs of mummification. We talked about this, I believe, on yesterday about the mummification that was on her hands and everything. The two maintenance workers found the Oscar-winning actor and his wife, Betsy, deceased in their New Mexico home. Now, the workers said that they hadn't seen the couple in about 2 weeks. Y'all, 2 weeks? No one had checked on them for 2 weeks. No family, no friends, no neighbors, nothing, no phone calls. They also said upon arrival, they found the front door ajar. I forgot to let y'all know that too. But deputies found no signs of forced entry. Deputies next conducted a welfare check around 1:45 p.m. on Wednesday, on February 26th. And upon their arrival, authorities found Hackman, 95 years old, and Betsy, who was 65 years old, and one of their three dogs, a German Shepherd, deceased inside their home. Police haven't confirmed a cause of death, and they stated that they have found no signs of foul play. Now, this is old news. This is more investigation. Now, amid the police investigation, Gene Hackman's family suspect that he and his wife, y'all check this out. The family suspected they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Well, you're going to hear that has been debunked. They sent someone into the home. They did tests. Also, the initial autopsy report has determined that they did not pass away from carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play this video.
Very mysterious. Two-time Oscar winner, 95-year-old Gene Hackman, his wife, one of his dogs, all found dead together. First, it was said no foul play. Weird. Well, that's changed. The deaths are now being investigated as suspicious. Facts. Betsy, the wife, found first in the New Mexico home, in the bathroom, lying on the floor, a prescription bottle on the counter, pills scattered around. Their German Shepherd, dead in a kennel, clothes in the closet near the wife. But two other dogs found alive. Hackman, found in the mudroom. Cops on the scene suspect he had fallen. Both of the bodies had started to decompose, indicating they'd been dead for a while. Door found partially open, no signs of forced entry, no signs of blunt force trauma, meaning someone came in and hit him. Very sad, very mysterious. Two-time Oscar winner. The fire department said no signs of carbon monoxide poisoning. That was my guess early on. Initial autopsies show no external injuries. Initial. What did they find on the inside? Toxicology. We don't know yet. Here is part of a 911 call that was made by a maintenance worker after he looked inside a window of the house and saw bodies on the floor.
I think we just found one deceased person inside the house. Damn.
Is the patient a male or a female?
A female and a male, probably. I don't know, sir. Just send somebody up here real quick.
Are they breathing?
I have no idea. I'm not inside the house. It's closed. It's locked. I can't go in. But I see them. She's laying down on the floor from the window.
Are they moving at all?
No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody up here really quick.
All right. So, not that. The fire department said no signs of carbon monoxide. That helpful, right? Because he didn't see what happened. Retired FBI agent Bobby Chacon, criminal defense attorney Mark Garagos. So let's start with what matters. What we need to know is what, the autopsy, the toxicology, of course. But Bobby, what is your list of questions?
Well, I want to know if there's any indication that anybody else was in the house. So the crime scene team did a search warrant and did a crime scene examination overnight through the house. So I want to know, if they found any other evidence that anyone else that shouldn't have been there was in that house. I also want to know, the approximate date of death, so I can check any video cameras. That it's a gated community. Maybe they have cameras at the gate. Who came and went? Who can be identified? I want to know their financial dealings. I want to look at their bank statements. I want to look at their computers. So I have a lot of questions about their personal lives, what was happening in their personal lives. Talk to family members, talk to neighbors, and then wait and see.
That helpful, right? Because he didn't see what happened.
From the forensic examination of the house, what physical evidence at the crime scene matches up with the autopsy results, and see if we can make anything from that.
Counselor, people are jumping at the prescription bottle as a fact. To me, the most interesting fact is that two of the dogs were still alive. So the whole ritualistic, we're all going together thing kind of goes out the window. What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that the headline the breaking news that I saw this morning when it said Gene Hackman, his wife, and dog all found dead, no foul play suspected. I said, that's not going to age well.
So I want to go ahead and talk about this. That was the details prior to this new information coming out on yesterday evening. And let me go ahead and make this a little bigger. Okay, there we go. So it says Gene Hackman was likely to be deceased, dead for 9 days before he and his wife were found, sheriff says. Now I'm going to go ahead and play this right here. Of course. Hold on, y'all. Of course, it's going to be commercials. Now, hold what you got. There we go. While we're waiting, go ahead and hit the like button, please, and thank you. If you've yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to, let's see, let's do this here. Oh, my voice is really gone. Right. Tap the screen, don't be mean. Hit the like button. All right, hit the like button, please, and thank you. And let's continue on with this. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. And this is a new update, like I said, from last night.
Actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and a dog that authorities have called suspicious, including the reported condition of Hackman's and his wife's bodies and what an affidavit calls mummification in both hands and feet. What stands out to you about this? You've seen a lot of crime scenes.
So you have Gene Hackman, who is in the mudroom off the kitchen by the back door, who appears to have taken a fall.
A cane was found nearby.
And a pair of sunglasses. It looks like he fell where he was and he dropped what he had. You have his wife, Betsy, in a bathroom on the other side of that floor where there are pills scattered on the counter and a space heater that's been knocked over, and a dog in a kennel or a crate that's also deceased. And, you know, it's the kind of thing where you could say murder-suicide, but it doesn't appear to have the trauma that would go with murder. You could say a joint suicide, but those things usually come with a somewhat of a ritual where people will take an overdose, get in bed together, or hold hands sitting down.
You could also have an accident and a suicide.
You could have an accident and somebody saying, well, I don't want to live without him. But you have all those possibilities.
What does their bodies apparently being partially mummified? I mean, how long does that actually take? I guess if it's hands and feet. What does that actually mean?
So the extremities can mummify relatively quickly in a hot ambient environment. It's hard without knowing how warm it was or dry it was in the house, but they've clearly been dead for several days, and I'm saying days plural in order to get that kind of mummification. One of the ways of figuring this out, obviously, is from the scene investigation to find out when did they last pick up the mail, when did.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stop that as well. The information that has come in was that Gene Hackman had a pacemaker. And let me share this particular part of it. He had a pacemaker because if you knew, when he retired from acting, he had some heart problems. So evidently they must have put in a pacemaker. But anyway, data from actor Gene Hackman's pacemaker shows he was likely dead for more than 9 days before he and his wife were found dead at their New Mexico home. The pacemaker shows Hackman's last event, meaning, you know, heart rhythm, heart rhythm, child, I don't know about a pacemaker, was recorded on February the 17th, Santa Fe County Sheriff Adam Mendoza said at a Friday news conference. According to the pathologist, I think there is a very good assumption that that was his last day of death. Hackman and his wife, along with their dog, were found dead this week in circumstances officials deemed suspicious enough to warrant through investigation. So there are things still developing. Let me see if I can find. I'm so sorry, I'm a horse, y'all. Let me see if I can find the interview for you all to see with the Santa Fe, New Mexico police. Y'all, please go ahead and hit the like button. Also, you know, super chats and super stickers are available, as well as cash apps. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the cash app scrolling through. And also, there should be a membership link in the comment area for you if you want to go ahead and purchase your membership. You can also gift memberships as well. You know, everybody can't don't have the funds to purchase some. So you can also gift memberships. I actually gift some memberships on yesterday. I gift 2, and I should be gifting some more on today. Y'all just hold tight. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this here. Lord, will my voice come back?
If you're a YouTuber, do you want to save hours managing your library?
Dang on commercial. Everybody want a commercial, huh? Okay, let me go ahead and share this. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please, and thank you. It's greatly appreciated.
February 26, 2025, at approximately 1:45 p.m., Santa Fe County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to 1425 Old Sunset Trail, where Gene Hackman, 95, and his wife Betsy Arakawa, 65, and a dog were found deceased. An individual arrived to perform maintenance on the residence, became concerned after receiving no answer, and contacted neighborhood security to conduct a welfare check. Security then checked on the residence and observed Mr. Hackman and Miss Arakawa on the ground unresponsive through a window and called 911. Deputies arrived and gained access to the residence, where they observed Mrs. Arakawa deceased. They continued the search of their home and located Mr. Hackman in a separate area of the residence, also deceased. A German Shepherd was also found deceased, and 2 other dogs who appeared healthy were located on the property. Deputies then secured the scene and notified the Criminal Investigations Division. Due to the unusual circumstances of 2 decedents in the residence, there was a concern for scene safety. Santa Fe City fire personnel and the New Mexico Gas Company were requested to the scene to test for carbon monoxide or other foreign elements. The scene was deemed safe, and approximately 9:30 p.m., a search warrant was issued and executed on the residence.
I'm going to fast forward this to the part
from the residence.
Wait a minute, I guess it's coming up.
From this search warrant, there were 2 green in color cell phones, 2 bottles of medication, 1 bottle of over-the-counter Tylenol, My Request medical records, and a 2025 monthly planner calendar. Those items were secured from the residence for evidentiary purposes. The Santa Fe Animal Control Division worked with family to ensure the safety of the 2 surviving dogs. Investigation personnel worked diligently throughout the night and morning to process the scene for evidence. It should be noted there were no apparent signs of foul play. In the early hours of Thursday, February 27, 2025, Mr. Hackman and Ms. Arakawa were transported to the office of the medical investigator. An autopsy was performed. Initial findings noted no external trauma to either individual. The manner and cause of death has not been determined. The official results of the autopsy and toxicology reports are pending. Just today, I spoke to Dr. Jarrell, the pathologist from the New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator. This was at 2:00 p.m. today. She advised that there were several tests that were submitted to be expedited. She revealed to me the following information. Both individuals tested negative for carbon monoxide. An initial interrogation was conducted of Mr. Hackman's pacemaker. This revealed that his last event was recorded on February 17th, 2025. I was advised that a more thorough investigation will be completed.
All right, y'all. So there it is. We will be awaiting the news. I just hate this happening, you know. I was stating the other day that his family was saying that he was in good health. He was in good health. He hadn't had any major surgeries or anything. But, you know, you don't have to be sick to leave this world. Anyway, continue to keep his family in your prayers. What family he does have, because obviously they didn't care too much about him not to check on him. They should have been doing a welfare check. How come they haven't been calling their daddy? He was 95 years old. Why weren't they calling him every day? Why didn't they have a connection? I have no clue. I'm still trying to figure that out. And when I figure it out, I'll bring it forth. But yeah. I can't even say he had friends because no one was checking on him. It's sad the maintenance person was the one who found him. That's sad, you know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on so you know when we go live or when we post any content. Also, you all know so many ways to help support this channel. I hope each and every one of you all proceed to get you a membership, or if you decide to, go ahead and drop a super chat in the chat. That helps push this content forward. That helps me to grow this channel. So thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all on the next go around. See you later.